Now it's time to take a look at the Assessments tab. Notice along the blue bar, this Assessment tab here. We're going to click on that. And as you know, as you went through the scopes, you know that there's already several pre-made assessments within STEMscopes, but this Assessment tab is different. This lets you as a teacher create your own assessment. Sometimes you may want more than 5 questions, or you may want multiple standards included in the same assessment. And this tab is going to give you the opportunity to do that. It's as easy as this. Once you click on the Assessments tab, you find the button that says New. I'll click on New. From here I can find and name my assessment. Let's call this Matter Test Number 1. I can select standards that I want to include on my test. I know for sure I want 5.5a on my test. So I'm going to click on 5.5a, and from here I have several choices. I can choose what type of questions I want to include. I can pick griddable questions, multiple choice questions, or open-ended questions. I can decide not to have certain questions. Let's say that I don't want any multiple choice questions. I only want griddable and open-ended questions. I also want to make sure that I'm only looking at the English questions, not in Spanish, so I can unselect Spanish and it'll remove that. From here, all of the available questions that meet my criteria will generate. If I like a question, I can simply click the Select button and it's going to pull it into my test. So let's say I go through and yes, I love that question. Ooh, this is a fantastic open-ended response question. I want to pick that. I like the density question. I'll pick that as well. But I don't want to just have 5.5a. I also want to have some 4th grade standards in here. Let's have 4.5a as well. This will really make sure that my students understand what they were supposed to do in 4th grade. They have that supporting standard down pat so they can really be successful for that 5.5a readiness standard. So I'm going to click this question and this question. And no, I don't really like that one, but I do love this one, so I'll pick it. After you select the questions that you think you want on your assessment, you'll notice under the Selected Questions area here, all of the questions that you selected generate. Now let's say as you're going through you decide, I don't really like this one after all. Clicking on the red circle will remove that question from your exam. You also have the choice to change the order. Sometimes we like to teach things in more of a sequence. By clicking or just hovering over this blank box here, you'll notice a 4-direction arrow generate. It'll pop up there for you. If you hold down your mouse, you can drag this question to a new location. So I can either move it higher or lower on my test. You see, I just put it below that question now. Once your test looks the way that you want it to look, simply click Create Assessment at the bottom of your screen. And just like that, your test is made. From here, you have a choice to either edit your test further, assign your test to your students, print your test, make a copy of it, share it with your other teammates, or you can archive it to use it for later. If you decide that you just don't like it after all, you can also delete it here as well. Now it's your turn. Try to create an assessment. Use one standard or multiple standards. Try to select different types of questions. Play with it. Try to print it. Try to assign it. Share it with your teammates. The opportunities are endless here in creating assessments. Give it a try.